On Thursday, February 19th, Alysa Liu won Olympic gold in Milan. On Friday, she barely slept. She said so herself. Booked and busy, she told reporters, laughing, but still glowing in that way that does not turn off when the cameras do. On Saturday, she skated the exhibition gala. She designed that program herself too. Of course she did. On Sunday, she walked in the closing ceremony parade and told NBC she had no plans to leave competitive skating yet. On Monday, she was on a Delta flight home to San Francisco, sitting in the back of the plane where nobody knew she was there. By Tuesday, she was back in Oakland, back at the rink on 10th Avenue, back on the ice. The gold medal was barely a week old. The confetti had barely been swept up, and Alysa Liu was already thinking about Prague. Here is what is waiting for her there. The 2026 ISU World Figure Skating Championships, March 24-29 at the O2 Arena in Prague, Czech Republic. The women's short program is scheduled for March 25. The free skate is March 27. She leaves Oakland on March 21. That gives her exactly 25 days from the moment she landed at SFO to the moment she steps on that ice in Prague as the defending world champion and the reigning two-time Olympic gold medalist. 25 days between the biggest achievement of her career and the next competition that will ask her to prove it was not a fluke. And if she wins, she will become the first American woman to win back-to-back world titles since Michelle Kwan did it in 2000 and 2001. 2 more years of history to add to a story that has been breaking records since she was 13 years old. No pressure. Let us talk about who is coming to Prague. Because the feel that this World Championships is not going to make it easy for her. Not even a little. Kaori Sakamoto is coming. The Japanese skater who won silver in Milan just weeks ago after finishing behind Alysa in the free skate. 3-time world champion. A skater who has been at the top of women's figure skating for years, and who, if the judging had gone slightly differently in Milan, could easily have been the one standing on the top step of the podium. She has a point to prove in Prague, and she will show up ready to make it. Ami Nakai is coming too, the bronze medalist from Milan. The girl Alysa sprinted across the ice to hug after the scores came in. The one she held so tight she lifted clean off the ground. That hug went viral because it was so genuine, it almost hurt to watch. 2 competitors who clearly just really like each other, and now they are going to stand on opposite sides of the same starting line again in Prague. Same ice, same judges, 3 weeks after the last time they met. The friendship is real. The competition is also real. That is the specific duality of elite sport that most people only understand when they see it up close. So the 2 women who stood on the podium below Alysa in Milan are both going to be in Prague trying to stand above her. That is the full picture of what she is walking into. Then there is Ilya Malinin. He is not competing against Alysa. He is in the men's event. But his presence at Prague makes the whole World Championships more charged and more interesting, because he and Alysa are running parallel stories right now that keep intersecting. He is 21 years old. He is the current world record holder in men's figure skating and one of the most technically gifted skaters who has ever lived. He can do things on ice that are not supposed to be physically possible for a human being. He won the world title in 2024. He won it again in 2025. He was the overwhelming favorite going into the Milan Olympics. He finished 8th. He fell twice in the free skate. He did not even come close to a medal. In a competition where he was supposed to be untouchable, something happened that nobody fully understands yet, and the result was one of the biggest upsets in figure skating history. He called Prague his redemption competition. He said that out loud, without hesitation, to the Olympics podcast. He is going to Prague specifically to get back what he lost in Milan. Alysa is going to Prague to add to what she won in Milan. 2 Americans, same championship, 2 completely opposite missions. The energy that creates inside a competition building is something you can actually feel. Now here is the detail about Alysa's preparation for Prague that nobody is talking about enough. Her coach Philip de Gallielmo said they may have to ask the management of the Oakland Ice Center to close the rink entirely when she trains because of the attention she has gotten since winning gold. Not a screened-off section. Close the whole rink. She went from 200,000 Instagram followers to 5.8 million in 1 week. Her face is on billboards on the 880 freeway in Oakland. The mayor of Oakland is planning a citywide celebration for her. Selena Gomez reposted her on Instagram after the rare beauty lip oil moment during the medal ceremony went viral. Ailey Raisman, the Olympic gymnast, was in the arena in Milan and told reporters afterward that Alysa was breaking down walls in a way that was going to change what athletes believed was possible, and she is trying to prepare for the most important competition of her post-Olympic season at the same rink she has trained at since she was 5 years old, while managing all of that. De Gallielmo said it plainly. Dealing with that kind of attention is not what she wants now. She does not want to be famous. She wants to be Alysa. The challenge of Prague is not just the technical difficulty of skating 2 clean programs in front of the best judges in the world 25 days after the Olympics. The challenge is blocking out the noise long enough to get there, She has one powerful thing working in her favor going into Prague that she did not have going into Milan. She already knows what it feels like to win. Not win a competition, not win a national title or a Grand Prix event, or even the world title she is defending. Win the biggest one. Stand on the Olympic podium, hear your anthem, hold the thing that everything was pointing toward for your whole career. She has done that now. She knows what it feels like in her body and in her mind, and she knows that the feeling did not destroy her, did not overwhelm her, did not make her want to immediately retire and protect the achievement before anything can touch it. It made her want to skate again. Immediately. It sent her back to Oakland on a Monday and back on the ice before the week was out. That is a specific kind of competitor. The kind who is not skating to win the medal, but skating because the ice is where she is most herself. And a competitor like that does not collapse after a win, the way someone who was skating just for the medal might. She refills. She comes back curious about what the next program can be. She already told me. She has new creative ideas and new dresses she wants to design. She has program ideas. She wants more dresses. She is 20 years old and she just won the Olympics, and she is already thinking about what comes next. That is who Kaori Sakamoto and Ami Nakai are going to face in Prague on March 27. There is one more element to the Prague story that makes it genuinely compelling beyond just the competitive stakes. Gracie Gold interviewed her. Gracie Gold, the skater who was supposed to end the American drought before Alysa was old enough to drive. The skater who came to the 2014 Olympics as the Golden Girl and finished fourth. The skater who spent years after that publicly falling apart under the weight of what was being asked of her, and then went to treatment and came back and was honest about all of it. She interviewed Alysa for Olympics.com in the lead-up to the 2026 Games. Two American women, 15 years between them. One who carried the drought on her shoulders until it broke her and one who ended it with smile. There is something about that specific pairing that says something real about where American figure skating has been and where it is now. Gracie Gold sitting across from Alysa Liu, asking her about her skating, her joy, her creative vision. After everything. When you know that backstory, the interview is genuinely moving in ways that go beyond sports, and it is part of the fabric of who Alysa is heading into Prague. Not just the technical champion, the person who represents something that Gracie Gold and Michelle Kwan and Sasha Cohen and Ashley Wagner were all reaching for in their own ways across 24 years. The one who finally got there and is now going back to get more. March 21st, she gets on a plane to Prague. March 25th is the short program. March 27th is the free skate. She will stand at center ice in the O2 Arena, and the same thing that happened in Milan will happen again. The moment before the music starts, where it is just her on the ice, and every person in the building holding their breath. And she will feel the way she told Olympics.com she felt in Milan. Peak happiness. That is her language for it. Not focused, not locked in, not in the zone. Peak happiness. The most human possible description of what it feels like to stand on the biggest stage in your sport and feel like you were built exactly for this moment. If she wins Prague, she makes history nobody in American figure skating has made since Michelle Kwan was in her prime. Back-to-back world titles. Olympic champion and defending world champion at the same time, at 20 years old. And if she does not win, it will not be because she did not show up as fully herself as anyone has ever shown up to a competition. She has already proven that. Either way, March 27th. Watch.